Hi guys, it's Jay from Ayaba's Wind again. I'm here to do your November 2019 reading for the Scorpio Collective. As you know, I'm a priestess in the Afro-Cuban tradition, so I will be interpreting these cards from an Afro-Cuban spiritualist perspective. I will be pulling from the Orisha Tarot cards and then from Sacred Odu, which is doctrine in my spiritual tradition that governs our day-to-day lives and that helps us to fulfill our destiny in the most positive way possible. Okay, and then if I need any clarifiers, I will use traditional tarot. Okay, so I'm going to get started with a quick prayer and then we'll move forward to your reading. Some of the information may resonate with you, all of it may resonate with you, or none of it may resonate with you. You take what ever applies to you and you leave the rest. And also, please if you can identify with anything that I've told you, and subscribe by all means to get any of the upcoming videos, and also to go back into previous videos to kind of follow the storyline for your particular sign. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides, protections, guardian angels of the Scorpio collective water sign, whose birthdays range from October 23rd to November 21st. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides, protections, guardian angels of the Scorpio collective water sign, whose birthdays range from October 23rd to November 21st. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides, protections, guardian angels of the Scorpio collective water sign, whose birthdays range from October 23rd to November 21st. I come before you here today, spirit guides and protections of the Scorpio collective water sign, to transmit your information. May the information flow accurately and abundantly so that your children, your Scorpio children, can be able to fulfill their dreams and accomplish their goals, to be able to move forward in life, to overcome blockages and obstacles, and lead them to fulfilling their destiny in the most positive way possible. I honor your presence here tonight, and I call you forth, all spirit guides and protections of the Scorpio collective. And we thank you for giving us the information we need to be able to move forward. Multiply. Thank you. All right. Oh, that was fast. Okay. So let me just organize the cards really quickly. The reversals. Okay. So right off the bat, what I'm seeing here is that there is a lot of you being in your head. Okay. Spirit is saying that you are in your head a lot. There's a lot of mental stuff going on here. I'm going to show you the cards and then we'll get into the conversation. So the first card up is the Seven of Water, which is in traditional tarot, the Seven of Cups. Okay, and so here, the Seven of Cups typically deals with choices, decision making, you having options, okay, that there are options available, right? But here it shows this man on the cliff. He's throwing a shell, a caracol, in the water. And he has this haze around him, okay? So in Orisha Tarot, this man he's in conflict, okay? He's going through a transformation here. And basically, um, there's choices to be made. You could be at a crossroads right now, and trying to decide what to do. This is water, so emotionally there could be a lot of mood swings. You could potentially be crying on occasion or feeling very emotional, very emotionally turbulent, okay? And he's standing over the water, okay? So with this card, I would say that, you definitely want to um, remain clear. And if you don't have the clarity you need, you definitely need to be taking white baths, okay? White spiritual baths. And the recipe for the spiritual baths is under my discussion section of the channel that you can find. And you take the white bath after you physically bathe with soap and water. And you put it over your head, you air dry, you dress in white, you sleep in white, and you do a lot of prayers and meditation to gain the clarity you need, okay? Because you're clearly at a crossroads. You may feel like your back is up against the wall and that there's nowhere else to go, okay? Um, and what I mean by nowhere else to go, you may be thinking possibly about ending your existence, ending your life, and that's not an option, okay? Spirit is here to help you. Um, and we'll find out more about what's going on with you as we reveal the tarot cards, okay? The next card that you have is the Five of Air. So the Five of Air is in traditional tarot the Five of Swords, okay? And the Five of Swords has to do with conflict. Um, Here, however, there are birds that are going to the watering hole to drink, right? However, there is an alligator awaiting them, okay? And so, what Spirit is saying is that you um, may have enemies waiting for you, okay? There may be enemies in the background waiting to see your demise, all right? I'm not saying that any spell work has been done, brujeria, witchcraft, but you definitely have enemies watching you and lurking. And so with this, you definitely have to keep your eyes open. Um, it could potentially be that the enemy, one of the options, and this could apply to a small few, one of the possibilities is that you could be your own worst enemy. It could be the thoughts in your mind that are sabotaging you. You could have like self-sabotaging thoughts, okay? And so that's a possibility. But the other aspect of this is that you could potentially have enemies waiting to see your demise, to strike when you're not looking. Okay, so Spirit is warning you, stay stay woke. All right, stay keen, be aware, do your spiritual baths, and stay focused, and by no means compromise your safety and security, okay? This did come reverse, however, so this could be something of the past. This energy could be subsiding, or will be in the near future subsiding, but just keep your eyes open. The next card that came reverse is Shango. And so in my tradition, Shango is the male aspect of God who is the king. He is the general. He's the comandante. He rules the colors red and white. He's virile. He loves parties. He loves dressing well, smelling good. Um, and he's very much attractive, especially to those who like that kind of energy around them. All right, Shango came reversed. So in the reverse, Shango is warning you that something is off, something is not right. However, Shango he's here to help you. And in these cards, it will reveal the things that need to be done to get you back on track to fulfilling your destiny. Okay. So Shango may be warning you of possibly drinking too much. He may be warning you of excessive indulgences in things such as food, alcohol, sex, um, things of that nature, which you can do in excess. Okay, so in Shango, in the lower vibe, the lower energy, um, or the shadow aspect of this card, it talks about indulgences. It talks about womanizing. Um, talks about multiple affairs. Um, it can talk about greed. Okay. Um, and so you definitely want to, pay attention to those things. Okay. The next card that came up, which is one of the best cards in the deck, is the sun. Okay. And so the sun is shining. I wouldn't say that this reading is bad, because it's not. You have the sun in the upright position. But in this, you have three suns. Okay. You have the big sun, and then you have the two little suns, and then you have this triangle holding the ankh, which this circle here represents the womb of the female energy. And then this bottom part represents the male phallic symbol. Okay. And so in traditional tarot, it talks about happiness, it talks about fulfillment, your dreams coming true, that you have great things awaiting you. But here in the Orisha tarot, there is a possibility you could be pregnant if you're a female. And it could be a possibility that in that pregnancy, you could be having twins. Okay, they could be fraternal twins. So you definitely have to be aware of that. Also, you should, if you're a female, you definitely should go to the OBGYN to get a checkup, because this triangle here represents the womb as well. So you may definitely want to go to the doctor and get your pap smear done, just to make sure you are in good health. All right. Also, the sun illuminates. The sun illuminates that which has been dark. So if you've had questions or concerns or doubt about certain things that are hidden, secrets, the sun is here. Spirit is here to let you know that those things are going to be illuminated. Okay, they're going to be exposed. So, not to worry, don't worry. The time is coming where things are going to be illuminated, if it hasn't been already. Okay. The next card that came is the Ten of Earth, which is the Ten of Coins. And in traditional tarot, that's a great thing, the Ten of Coins. All right. However, and here it's fine too. The Ten of Coins, you see abundance. You see abundance in financial wealth. The earth talks about coins, all right? However, this came reversed. So it could have been that you had been in a bit of a financial struggle, um, and that this struggle has really been significant for you. I don't know if you possibly may have lost an apartment, lost a car, lost a house. Bills are piling up, but this came reversed. So Spirit is saying you definitely have to work on um, getting your finances together. There is a money bath that you can do with fresh mint and fresh parsley. You can buy that at the supermarket. Put it in a bowl full of water. Start shredding the mint and parsley into the water, releasing the ache, the spiritual energy, into the water. Once the water turns like a dark, dark green, strain out the leaves. Say prayers over it for what you want. Do your physical bath, your physical bath with soap and water, and then bathe spiritually with this bath, okay? And pray to pull in the awo, the money, the blessings, the wealth, so that you can bring this card back into the upright position and return your wealth, okay? And abundance. The next card that came is the Nine of Swords, okay? So the Nine of Swords talks about strife, mental instability, mental entrapment, emotional disturbances, the feeling of imprisonment. Okay, here you see in this card that there's a bird, and then there are all of these weapons drawn against the bird. So you did have this card also as well, the Five of Swords. Um, then again, that talked about enemies. So really, this card was talking about you had lots of enemies. You had lots of enemies. All right. This came reverse, so that this energy of your enemies, possibly brujeria, witchcraft being thrown on you, spell work, curses, hexes, spells, bilongos, trabajos, work like that being done against you, the energy, Spirit is saying, is subsiding or is going to subside, or has already subsided, because this came in the reverse position. But it's saying clearly that there was definitely enemies, and someone could have done spell work on you, black magic, brujeria, witchcraft. Okay, because these are weapons clearly drawn. So Spirit is saying you definitely have to keep your eyes open. Okay, this is the Nine. So the Nine also says that, this will be soon ending. All right. So if you're still in this energy, it will soon be ending. Just keep in mind these energies can prevail for a few days, a few months, a few weeks even. So it depends on how spiritually evolved you are. So definitely you always want to be in prayer, in meditation to strengthen yourself, taking spiritual baths, and steering clear of drugs and alcohol as best as you can. I know people like to party, and I know for some people that's an outlet, that's an escape, but not when you are um, being preyed on, okay? And you're clearly being preyed on, and you really cannot relax until this energy has passed you, okay? This reading is for November 2019, but this can by all means go into possibly December and January, if you're not spiritually evolved or if you're not working on strengthening your spiritual armor. The next card up is the Two of Air, which is really the Two of Swords. And so the Two of Swords talks about being at a stalemate, trying to make a decision about which way you're going to go, but it really causes like mental conflict. Like, you're really in your head about this. However, in Orisha Tarot, you see these two beautiful swans and you see a heart between them, okay? So it could be that in this stalemate of you trying to make a decision or a choice, it could be you could be deciding upon two people who are very similar in many aspects. They have good qualities about them. And so this could be in love that you are trying to decide which person you're going to go with, okay? This could also mean that you two, you and your romantic partner, are very similar to one another. Okay. And so, in that aspect, it could be um, just stating that you are similar to one another. It could be that you are so similar that you may not be getting along. This card came reversed. So it could be that this energy of being in a stalemate, of having to make a tough decision about two people or two things or two options, whatever that is soon ending, and that you have enough evidence or proof or support or confidence or experience with these individuals to now finally make your decision. All right. So this is nearing the end of being at that stalemate. If you haven't already made the decision, you're soon coming to a conclusion. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Also, in looking at these cards, you did have a lot of birds in the card. So I would say that birds are very significant for you. Birds are often messengers from the spirit world. Okay, when you see birds, they can reveal a lot of things. And depending on the birds that you see, you can basically determine whether it's a good thing or a bad omen. Okay, it's something that is negative that could be coming your way. Okay, um, but in most of these cases, you're being represented by the bird. So it's really important for you to have your freedom. It could be that your circumstances currently or in the recent past, you may have felt bound. You may have felt like your freedom was compromised. Okay. And so that can't be a good feeling for you. So even though you are a water sign, there is an air element to your energy. All right. And so um, it could be that it's just saying that you need your freedom. And that you may have felt like you did not have your freedom. You could have felt imprisoned, bound, tied, um, either by your own means or through someone that you were with who was um, extra possessive of you, and you trying to spread your wings. Um, it could be that you naturally want to be expansive, but you feel like you cannot expand, that there's something that's tying you and holding you back. It could be possibly your enemies that have thrown things on you. It could be from your own doing. Like I said, you can have your own mental prison, okay? And through self sabotaging behaviors, you lock yourself into that prison, okay? So, you're definitely in this transformation phase now. And so you want to be vigilant and, like I said, taking your spiritual baths and doing the things you need to do to gain the clarity you need. All right. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull from Odu to give you your advice. So just give me a couple of seconds and then we'll go from there. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. So we're not going to be able to get through all of them, but I will definitely try and get through as many as possible. Okay, so you may want to get something to write with, or you can replay this video over and over again um, to get the information you need. Okay, so the first message is revolution brings tragedy or tragedy brings revolution. So, like I said, this card talked about transformation and change, being at a crossroads, okay? And Odu, which is, like I said, our sacred doctrine, Odu is a feminine aspect of God that is the womb of knowledge. And so when I pull from these cards, it has Odu that gives knowledge and wisdom via the spirit. So I called your spirit guides down, and now they are communicating with you certain things. Some of these things may apply to you or none of them may apply. So just keep that in mind. Okay, this is a general reading. So basically, revolution brings tragedy or tragedy brings revolution. However, change is going to come. That change could be very uncomfortable, but change is coming. Or if it hasn't come already, it is about to come. And in it coming, you can either go with the flow or you can be resistant, and there could be a potential tragedy in order to bring about positive change. Okay. And so just be aware of that. Spirit is saying, he who owes must pay his debt to be free of all blame. He who owes must pay his debt to be free of all blame. Okay, so basically, Spirit is saying, if you are female and you're listening to this, you have a female friend that is really treacherous, okay? You got to watch your back with her. She's the type of woman that will sleep with your man or sleep with your mate behind your back, or if she gets a good opportunity. She's one that kind of covets what you have. So be very careful of that. Spirit is also announcing pregnancy. And I told you in the cards before the Odu came, before Spirit selected the Odu, I told you that this sun card could mean that you are pregnant. You could potentially be pregnant with twins, and those twins could potentially be fraternal. All right. And so this Odu is confirming that. And so Odu is saying there's a possible pregnancy. Odu is saying that you are a natural born spiritualist, okay? You're a natural born spiritualist. You have spiritual gifts and talents that you definitely need to tap into. And Shango came reversed. So Shango is here. He's your guardian angel right now. He's watching over you and he wants you to develop spiritually, okay? Um, Spirit is recommending that you change the furniture around in your house because there's some kind of imbalance. There's some imbalance somewhere. It could be spiritually. It could have been this witchcraft, this brujeria that was thrown by your enemies, um, and somehow has affected your home. It could be your physical home space or it could be your relationships at home. That home could be your partnership, your relationship with your spouse, your mate, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, okay? But something is not right. So Spirit is saying change the energy around your house. You would benefit from using kind of a feng shui kind of philosophy and organizing your furniture to kind of allow the chi or the energy to flow freely throughout your house. Um, Spirit is saying don't borrow clothes, please, because like I said in previous videos, you can borrow someone's clothes and the person you're borrowing the clothes from is severely depressed, has low vibration, low energy, spirits, maybe has had brujeria or witchcraft thrown on them, has just a lot of issues and challenges. And so when you borrow their clothes, you are now putting on that energy, okay? And you're busy trying to get your own energy right. So you don't need anyone else's energy. And it doesn't matter how many times you wash the clothes, okay? This is a spiritual imprint that stays stuck in the clothes even if you wash your clothes 1,000 times. Okay. Spirit is saying that your business may not be doing well. And so the Ten of Coins talks about prosperity and wealth. And so, but it came reversed. So Spirit is yet again confirming that your business may not be doing well. Um, Spirit is also saying that you could feel sickly. All right. And if you feel sickly, please definitely go to the doctor. You should also try and get your blood checked. Have them run a panel to see if there's any levels of things that are low in your blood or high in your blood. Spirit is announcing that you could have a reunion with a lover. Okay. And so you did have this Two of Swords, this kind of stalemate, this possibility of making a choice between two people. And so Spirit is saying that you could have a reunion with a lover that hasn't already happened. We are amidst a retrograde right now. So it wouldn't surprise me if, if, a former lover returns. If you are a woman, there's another man coming. Okay, and so this card yet again, you may have someone currently, but Spirit is saying that there's another man coming. There's someone else on the scene that's coming. So get ready. And that decision that you have to make, you may think it's easy, but it may not be easy. Spirit is saying, do not take any revenge. There is brujeria very strong that may have been worked on you to affect your luck. Okay, I told you. You had two cards that came out demonstrating that you have people that are on the prowl for you. Okay, two cards clearly showing that you are being hunted. Okay, and Spirit is saying that you not only have brujeria or witchcraft being worked on you, but this witchcraft or brujeria or spell work that's been done on you is really, really strong. And so his Spirit announced in the other Odus that you may need to change the furniture around. You may need to smoke your house out, mop your house out with ammonia, and then clean in with something sweet, sweet smelling, to bring in the wealth and abundance. Because whatever this thing was that was worked on you, or that will be worked, because time is fluid here and the spirit world works slightly different than this material world, it could be affecting your wealth. And you definitely want to get your wealth back, all right? You want to get the abundance back. Um, okay. So the next card is saying that the wrong you have done, don't do again. So Spirit is saying you may have done things that are not so good. Spirit is here, it's saying like they've seen you, they watch you, they know what's up. Okay. But they're saying be careful with the law or something that you killed or covered up. Okay. I'm not saying that you killed anyone, but it could have been that you could have um, symbolically killed something. You could have killed a relationship. You could have sabotaged a relationship. You could have sabotaged yourself, okay, and killed a new beginning, okay. But Spirit is saying, be careful with the law or something that you killed or covered up. All right. So I don't know what that is. I'm speaking to millions of people across the world. So you know what it means. Spirit is watching you though. So just keep in mind, Spirit is watching you. So you definitely would benefit from prayer and meditation, doing the spiritual baths, smoking out your house with sage, Palo Santo, frankincense and myrrh, keeping your space spiritually clean. Your criticism prevents you from seeing other people's worth. And so Spirit is saying that, you may criticize people way too much. And this may be causing you to lose your wealth as well. Okay. And this energy is a self-sabotaging energy. There is goodness that potentially wants to come in, but Spirit is saying that you could be potentially sabotaging that by speaking ill of others, maybe being such a perfectionist that, you're going to miss something that's valuable to you, whether it's a person, an opportunity, things of that nature. So just be aware of that. Be careful of legal papers that you sign. And yet again, this energy is talking about you keeping your head clear. Be mindful of drugs and alcohol because that'll lower your spiritual vibration, and it will allow for a lower level energies to enter into your mind, your body, and spirit, to make you cloudy, to potentially make you depressed, to make you do things that you wouldn't normally do. So you got to try and build up your vibration, keep it high by doing spiritual baths, prayers, mantras that I have listed on my playlist. Please, by all means, go in and search the mantras that you need pertaining to love, protection from evil eyes, black magic, forward movement, love, and romance. There's mantras for everything, and they're really easy to pronounce. Okay. Um, so yeah, just be careful of that, and be careful, like I said again, with signing legal documents. The next message that Spirit has for you is that stretch your feet to the end of the sheet, but don't let them fall off. So you could potentially like to take risks, okay? And what Spirit is saying here, you can sometimes push too far. And Spirit is warning you. They're telling you very nicely, yeah, you could stretch out a little. You can expand a little, but be careful of doing things too much. I remember I talked to you about overindulgence, okay? And so Spirit is saying you need to watch for spiritually, because you're very spiritual. Um, Spirit is saying that you need to watch for both incubus and succubus spirits, okay? These spirits come to you, especially at night while you're sleeping, and attempt to have sex with you, attempt to feel you up, attempt to lure you and entice you and seduce you so that they can enslave you. Okay. Spirit is saying you need to sleep with like a red ribbon or a red string or a red cloth tied around your waist, not tight so it restrains you or restricts you, very loosely. You can sleep in red panties, but something red which will repel this energy. Okay. Um, Also, with this incubus and succubus thing, you definitely need to be sleeping in white sheets for sure. You definitely need not to be sleeping in the dark. Okay. You need to get night lights. I know a lot of people can't sleep with light on. Get the little mask, the sleeping silk mask that you can put over your eye, but you need to have some light in the room. Because in the darkness, you are actually drawing those dark energies in, which are preventing you from sleeping, which are causing nightmares. And then on top of it, if you've had someone that tried to work you, tried to throw brujeria, witchcraft, black magic, and like I said, these witchcraft exists in all traditions, all races. Okay, I don't know what tradition or race or culture you are in, but it is saying that someone worked you. All right. Don't cry over the dead, Spirit is saying, because if you cry over the dead too much, the dead is going to come and take you with them. Okay. I know it's hard to lose someone. It's very hard. But know that their spirit now has transitioned. They're in the spirit world and that they are always there with you and they are always watching over you. And you got to reach out and call their name and ask them for help and assistance with the things that you struggle with. Ask them for protection. Ask them for guidance. If there's something special that they specialized in, ask them to help you with that, okay? But just be warned that Spirit is saying, don't cry too much, because it's also alluding to the fact that you don't appreciate this life and that you want so badly to be with your loved one that has crossed over, that your loved one will cross you over if you're in that much pain, because your loved one does not want to see you in pain, so they will cross you over with them. Okay, I've heard stories, so trust. Spirit is saying, um Spirit is saying, warning you of the people, the friends, the company that you keep. Because Spirit is saying you could be abandoned by your friends. And in fact, these friends might turn into enemies. Okay? Spirit is warning you to be careful of stairs. Be careful of hemorrhaging blood in your mouth or in any of your openings. In which case, you definitely have to go to the hospital. Please don't even wait. Don't delay. Um, wow. This Odu is speaking yet again about the potential for sex magic. Someone has tried to work you sexually. They're trying to tie you and bind you sexually to them. They feel threatened that you're going to leave them. They feel threatened that you're going to step out on them if you haven't already. Okay? You think they don't know, but they know. So maybe this is the reason why they have sent a succubus or an incubus to watch you, to enslave you, to tie you, to bind you sexually. Check around your house, check around your bedroom, check under your bed, check under your mattress, check in those pillowcases, please. Because I've heard stories yet again about people being bound by their partner because the partner was afraid to lose them. And I just recently heard a story about someone found in the pillowcase pieces of hair, their partner's underwear, something bound and connected together. Oh, these stories are real, okay? But Spirit is saying you got to watch for this. Watch for people in your home because they're saying that people that enter into your home are looking to steal from you. You better watch them. Keep all valuables out of the way. Keep your bedroom door locked. Reach for what you want, okay? Reach for what you want. Strengthen yourselves through prayer and meditation, mantra, spiritual baths. Spirit is saying that you can talk to the dead. And I mentioned this before. You are a natural born spiritualist. You can speak with the dead. Um, Dead, I don't mean like that scary haunted house dead. No, I'm not talking about that. Halloween's over. Although today, um, yesterday, these last couple of days have been celebration for the Day of the Dead, for the ancestors, okay? Um, if you're a man, then someone may try to steal your wife, okay? So, or your partner, whatever it is. So just be watchful of that. If you're in my tradition, if you practice in the Afro-Cuban tradition, you definitely want to wear your collares, your beads, your blessed beads, for protection because someone clearly has tried to do a trabajo, a work, brujeria, witchcraft. I should say brujeria, witchcraft, because it's severe, it's hefty. Okay, be careful of losing your job. This also denotes, money and wealth. And of course, how do you get that? Through work. Okay. And this came reverse. So Spirit is warning you, be careful of losing your job. That betrayal is coming. Betrayal is coming. Okay. I told you with these cards, they indicate that you are being hunted. That betrayal is coming. And Shango is here. He came in the reverse, so he's also warning you. Shango's also talking to you about keeping your eyes open. Okay, steering clear. What you can do is you can take an egg from the refrigerator, say prayers over the egg to give you clarity and strength and everything that you need, and then clean your eyes with the egg. Don't crack the egg open. Don't cook the egg or boil it. Take the egg and clean your eyes so that you can see spiritually because you are a spiritualist. And you may say, oh, I'm not into that. I don't believe in that. I haven't seen any evidence of that. Mm-mm. Clean with the egg so you can see spiritually. And things are going to open up for you. Between cleaning with the egg, the spiritual baths, prayers and meditations, watch. You'll see. Okay? You're going to, after you clean with that egg, you can smash it in the toilet or throw it outside and smash it somewhere. Don't throw it at anyone's car. Don't be obvious with it, but get it out of your house, okay? Because you're removing negativity. You're removing osobo, blockages and obstacles by cleaning with this egg. So you don't want to keep that in your house, right? Um, a woman that you know is very jealous. And I told you that in the beginning of your reading that there's a woman that's treacherous. You got to watch it for a woman. A particular woman, she's really jealous and she could be the one that's throwing this stuff. Okay. I don't know how she's throwing it. She could be wishing it on you, envisioning it on you, speaking ill words of over you, doing spells and curses and hexes. Okay, whatever it is that she's finding, she could be doing it. Spirit is saying, be careful of pregnancy out in the street, okay? Shango in the lowest energy, on the shadow side, and deals with people who are very much out in the street, sexually, it deals with promiscuity. And so Shango is saying, just be careful of pregnancy out in the street. Like if you're with this man and that man, or if you're with this woman and that woman, there could potentially be a pregnancy that has not been planned. So watch it. Spirit is saying that you could potentially have leg issues due to witchcraft. So definitely go to the doctor to get that checked. But also you need to make sure that you're cleaning your legs. You can take some beans, dried beans, and chop up some onions. Uncook those, put them in a bag, paper bag, brown paper bag. Say prayers to help remove any negativity. Clean your legs or clean anything on your body that's ailing, and then throw it in the garbage outside of your house on a corner somewhere away from your house, okay? To alleviate that. Spirit is saying you need to be careful of swimming in the ocean because your blessings come here. Yemaya, who is the female aspect of God, who owns the oceans of the world, who owns motherhood, who predominates over motherhood and children, and wealth and fertility and all of those things. Well, Yemaya is standing up for you as well. Her card didn't show up here in the Orisha Tarot, but she's standing up for you. And yet again, there's this pregnancy theme that's coming along. So you could be pregnant and not know it. Pregnancy could be coming. Just be mindful of that. But just be careful of swimming in the ocean, especially if you're going on vacay. Don't go in any deeper than I would say your waist, but to be safe up to your knees because this energy is moving with you now. You definitely got to be careful, okay? And I would also refrain because Yamaya, sorry, is speaking in the Odu. She's standing up and she's speaking to you. I definitely would be respectful of eating fish. Like, don't eat fish for this month of November. Spirit is saying the last message is that there is failure due to stubbornness. And just keep in mind, Spirit is saying the grass is not greener on the other side. Spirit is warning you of STDs. Yet again, Shango is here. Shango came reversed. Shango talks in his lower level energy, in the dark aspect of Shango. It talks about promiscuity, and in that promiscuity, there's the potential for STDs. Women, especially, should be careful of drinking and doing drugs in the presence of men because there's the potential for rape. Okay, so be very careful of that. You should not drink. Basically, you know, Shango's favorite liquor in his human state, in his earthly state, was red wine, was port, okay, and drinking, okay, and his lower vibe, lower level energy, okay. And so Shango was saying, don't drink, and especially red drinks, no. Steer clear of drinks that are red and that are dark, all right, because it won't do any good for you. Spirit is saying that there could have been brujeria done, witchcraft done at a tree near your house or near your work. And Spirit is saying that this tree, and you're going to be like, well, I have a lot of trees around my house. Well, I don't have any trees at all around my house. Spirit is saying it's the tree that is dead or that is almost dead, okay, that doesn't have a lot of leaves on it. Right now it's fall, yes, I know, but it's the tree that was never really thriving. Spirit is saying that with this pregnancy, you may have difficulty with miscarriages in giving birth, okay? And that the more miscarriages you've had and difficulty you've had, the more dangerous it becomes. I'm not sure if this has been due to the brujeria or the witchcraft that has been thrown on you by this jealous individual. But if you are pregnant with this baby, you better take care and you better be in deep prayer and meditation to protect yourself. I would say too, because Yamaya is speaking to you, that you should take a beautiful royal blue cloth that covers your belly and to tie it very loosely, very loosely. Don't tie it so that it's squeezing your stomach, but comfortably around your waist to protect you and the baby. Okay. You would also benefit from getting a private reading. Okay. And I do private readings. But especially if you're with child, that baby has to be protected spiritually because there's someone that has it in for you. Um, Spirit is also saying, like, you got to fix your house up. Fix your house up, beautify it. Don't just go there to lay your head. Fix it up so you want to be in there, because your home is your sanctuary. Spirit is saying you need to spiritually clean it out, get rid of the clutter from under the beds, out of the corners, because dark spirits hide under the beds and in the clutter. Okay, so Spirit's saying do that. Also, Spirit is also saying that, there's something that could potentially be wrong with your brain and your blood. And like I said before earlier, you definitely got to get your blood checked. Have them do a whole panel running to check everything. And if you go for a pap smear, request an HIV test, request an STD test, okay, as well. Um, if you're a man that's watching this, Spirit is acknowledging that you do treat your woman well and that there are blessings coming to you for that. Don't feel like you have gone unseen. Spirit is saying and talking to you right now, that they see what you've done and that there are going to be blessings coming for those men who have treated their women well. And that sometimes you feel like you don't get enough acknowledgement and respect for that, okay? Spirit is saying that your affairs are not secure. You got to be careful. And yet again, the ocean brings blessings for you. So definitely no seafood. Steer away from like the seafood, please, for this month. Because this energy of Yamaya, who owns the oceans, owns fish and wealth and prosperity and fertility and pregnancy and children and all of these things, she's standing up for you right now. And to show respect for her energy, don't eat her foods for the month of November. Memory loss, yet again, could be due to brujeria or witchcraft that has been thrown. You need to take the herbal baths that I told you about in order to alleviate these things which have been thrown on you. Okay. I totally did not intend this reading to go as long as it did, but this is how spirit goes. Okay. Spirit had a lot to tell you. I know it may be a lot for you to process. This, like I said, may not apply to everyone. Okay. I'm going to pull some cards from the archangels to see if there's anything that the archangels want to communicate with you. So just give me a second. Okay. Okay. So you got clear cognizance, and you got gentleness. Okay. So Archangel Uriel is speaking here in claircognizance, and he's saying pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. So you may think it's just you in your head, your own voice, but it's really spirit communicating with you. Okay. um you're definitely going to be going through this like ascension process. This time in Scorpio season is going to be a time for illumination for you. So you definitely want to keep your spiritual eye clear. You definitely want to go into meditation. I would say look for the mantra to develop your pineal gland, which is under the Sanskrit mantras on my playlist. Okay, she's an awesome woman. She's also, I think, Cuban. I think she's Cuban. And she has it both in English and Spanish. But to develop your pineal gland, if you do it at night before you go to bed, you're going to see that revelations are coming in your dreams. Okay. So the spirit is saying you're a natural born spiritualist again, and now information is going to be starting to come to you. So don't be afraid. All right. You are amidst spiritual development. Okay. There's an awakening here. And this awakening is going to help you. And it is of God. It is of the God force. So don't be afraid of it. Um, Gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon is speaking. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environment. Sandalphon is also saying that music would serve to help soothe your soul. And play music that is going to be inspirational, upbeat. Do not play music that's going to cause you to go into sorrow and sadness and pain and pulling up negative memories about the past and about hurt and pain. No, you need music that is going to uplift you and inspire you, keep you cool, calm, and collective. So Sandalphon is saying, be gentle with yourself. I would say taking, salt baths, right, with candlelight, as long as you are watching the candlelight so nothing sets on fire. I would say quiet prayer and meditation, turn your phone off, those things, okay? Spirit is watching you. Spirit is here to protect you. Watch the drinking, watch the smoking, watch dealing with fast people, people in the street, people who are out there, sexually promiscuous. Um, and that brujeria and witchcraft, that is serious. So you need to take the baths. You can go on my discussion section and look. You can also email me at ayabaswind, WYND, at 999 at gmail.com. I'm also available for private readings, okay? So hopefully this resonates with you. If it does, please like it, share this video, and subscribe. I'm going to be much better about posting more content within the month of November, so keep an eye out. See you later.